Hey, so today I'm making a long anticipated video about our cat house. You might have seen a previous video where I was maintaining it before the winter and just checking on the inside, making sure that it was ready for the winter. And so now it's autumn of next year, the following year, and I'm going to just clean it out, make sure that nothing needs to be repaired, just give it an overall inspection. And the best part is I'm going to take into consideration some of the wonderful comments I've gotten on this video, and you'll see what that is coming up. But first, let's get this thing off the ground. And thank you all very much again for all your comments. It's been really fun reading them. I enjoyed responding to them, and I hope you enjoyed this video. Great, so first thing I'm going to do is disconnect the house from the power here. As you can see, I purchased this at the hardware store. It's fantastic. It keeps all the plugs above ground. And for now, I have our Halloween pumpkins plugged into this, LED Halloween pumpkins, and also the cat's heating pad. So I'm going to go ahead and unplug this. And since Halloween's over, I'm going to unplug the light up pumpkins too. So I'm going to just take the roof off. Just on first inspection, actually, it seems like the house is doing great. It's a little dirty probably from some of the rain that's been coming down and splattering the dirt upwards. But otherwise, it seems in great condition. The roof seems in good condition. I don't see any rot or anything like that. Let's take this off. There we go. I put a few little LED lights around the circumference of the roof or on the overhang here, just to make it look a little festive. And yeah, this looks great. It looks very clean. I'm going to go put it up against the solarium. Now, when we started getting some cold weather, I just did a quick sort of addition to this house. I put in a new blanket or sweater for the kitty. This we actually got at a thrift store, wool sweater. It's like cashmere and wool. We got it for like $6. And as you can see here, the cat has been sleeping on it because there's a few little debris and cat hair on it. And when I feel inside, oh, it's very warm to the touch. It's very, very nice. And here we have Kitty's catnip toy. So I'm going to go grab hold of this. I'm going to go bring it into the garage or workshop. Today it'll be called the workshop and not the garage because I took the car out. And we'll give it a quick vacuum and another quick inspection. All right, so first thing I'm going to do is get some big debris out of the flower holder here. I think you're actually supposed to be able to use this as a planter, which I haven't done yet. I wouldn't exactly put soil directly in there because I wouldn't want any moisture accumulating here, but you could probably put like some potted plants in the summer. Maybe I'll do that a bit later on. Just a lot of twigs and leaves in here. All right, so let's take out the heating pad and sweater. Yay, no bugs. That's good. I'll give this a little shake outside. So here's Kitty's Lord & Taylor sweater. It's 80% lamb's wool, 20% nylon. So I hope he realizes what a luxurious piece he has here. But it only cost $6 at the thrift store, so, and it's very warm and very soft. So I'm going to go put this on my ladder. And I have a little car seat cushion in here. Oh, there's a spider on it. So here we have Kitty's heating pad. It's not too big, but it's just the right size when he's curled up in a ball to keep him warm. I put this under it just so it'd have a little bit of give and squish. So we have car seat pad, Kitty heating pad, and then Lord & Taylor lamb's wool sweater that goes over that. So everything seems okay there. Now I'm going to go give the inside a vacuuming. Usually I would be using the central vac in the garage, but because it's kind of outdoor debris, I'm going to go use the shop vac just to keep any bugs or debris out of the central vac. Okay, so I got my circular brush attachment. I'm going to get right in here and vacuum up all the debris. I also have a few pieces of debris on the outside of the house. This is the side that faces the cedar hedges, so I'm going to go vacuum that as well. And after doing that, I'll grab a coarse brush. So with this semi-coarse brush, soft bristle wash brush, I'm going to actually clean the outside of the house just to get some of the dirt off. You can get these at Walmart for $5. I actually use it to get snow off the car, but it really has a lot of multiple purposes. So give the outside a nice brushing just to get all the debris and dirt off, and I can just vacuum the floor afterward. Good thing about this brush, it actually doesn't rip out the caulking, which is good. This thing's really survived well in our cold Canadian and wet winters. It's mainly down towards the feet where a lot of the mud has splashed up during harsh rain. I'm going to go turn this over on its side and just do underneath. Okay, so that's pretty much done. It doesn't have to be spotless. It's an outdoor cat house, so I figure it can have a little bit of slight staining on it and it should be fine. But now that I'm looking at it in great detail, the caulking looks great. I don't think I need another coating of polyurethane. I don't see any rot anywhere. Everything seems stable. This little emergency escape door here, I actually put a little bit of two-sided foam adhesive here just to fill in some of those gaps so you wouldn't get a draft on the coldest days. And he can still escape here if he needs. It still opens with ease, but that's been a little bit better sealed. Actually, now that I'm looking at this, the caulking looks a little bit questionable. Probably because this is where most of the water would collect. You can see there's actually no awning over this door, so this particular side of the house probably gets hit the hardest with rain. So I'm probably, just for the sake of this upcoming winter, retouch this. So what I'm going to do today, one of the comments that I read, which actually I really agree with, was to insulate the roof of the house. And the point that one of our viewers brought up was the fact that heat rises and can escape through the roof. I probably wouldn't want to put too thick of an insulation because I don't want Kitty to lose any headroom. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to add, I'll show you right here, this is called a reflective insulation. It's a metallized polyethylene sheet. And you can see it's almost like bubble wrap. It has kind of a bubble layer. I'm not sure how insulating this would be, but I'm installing it on the roof more for the purpose of reflecting the heat back. So any heat that's created from the cat himself or the heating pad could be, I guess in theory, reflected back instead of just escaping through the roof. So we'll see how this works. Maybe I'll put in a camera and a thermometer on one of our cold days and just see if this really is effective. So I think I'm going to install it on the roof using a staple gun. I think that would be sufficient because it's not terribly thick. And of course I have to put it in the inside of the overhang so it just almost fits. So I think what I might do is staple it in this way, leaving about 1/2 inch on either side, and then use sort of a duct tape to seal in just this part here. I think it's going to be really easy to cut with just a normal pair of scissors. So I'll grab a marker on hand because Sharpie, there we go, that's the best. There we go. Nice. There we go. So this looks like a great size here. Looks like it's going to fit exactly. So I'm going to go grab my staple gun and get to work. So this looks pretty even here. It doesn't have to be exact. Let's start by putting some staples in all 4 corners just to line it up. Any project you can use a staple gun for is so nice. Very easy, very quick. There we go. Put a few more right at the peak of the roof. There we go, just slide that in there. And this looks great. So now I'm just putting everything back in the house. And I'm going to go just feed this through this little groove I cut out here. It's pretty snug. Just used a power drill to make that. It was really easy. And I'll put in the Lord and Taylor lamb's wool sweater back here. I'll just kind of tuck the arms in underneath the gel cushion so it doesn't get all wrinkled up. There we go, let's have a look. It still feels really comfortable, even with the hard plastic heating pad on there. And you can see it has all the foil insulation, the entire area of the inside of the house. I've got the foil tape here connecting 3 pieces of the insulation. You can see here there was some reinforcing brackets, so I kind of had to cut the insulation around that. But there's not one weak spot on here, so cut. Just going to wipe out the inside of the cat house. I can see there's a little bit of grime on the foil. Yeah, it's probably where Kitty was rubbing up against as he was trying to find the most optimal way to lie down. Yeah, see, it's just a little dirty. It's not so bad. He tends to keep himself clean, but he's still an outdoor cat, so there's a limit to how clean he can get. And maybe I'll set up a camera in here just to make sure that Kitty's actually going in and is comfortable. But we've taken videos before. You can see another video we have on YouTube. It's a short where Kitty's going in his house and he seems actually really comfortable. And that's on one of our coldest Canadian winters. So that was all the proof I needed that he was really happy with this. I'm going to do a final look inside with the camera. Okay, let's have one final look inside. Nicely sealed, lots of light gets in during the day. This looks fantastic, wow. He's got his plastic door there so he can get in, but it prevents the draft from getting in. I'd say this is perfect. We're going to bring it back out into the backyard again. You can see all the structural pieces here, the legs, everything at the bottom I was able to clean with just a wet cloth. And I think that's proof that this stuff works really well. This is the Helmsman Mini Wax Indoor Outdoor Clear Semi-Gloss. And this stuff I put all over the house. I painted it on with a brush, put it all over any exposed wood. And again, there was no rot anywhere in the house. And I was still able to clean the wood. So nothing soaked through. It repelled all dirt and moisture. And it looks fantastic. I mean, it looks like exactly like the day we bought it. So I'd say, yeah, highly recommend this stuff. If you do buy this cat house, do use this particular product or something similar. It really works well. So thanks again for joining us for this updated cat house video. I appreciate all your comments, and feel free to comment if you have any more ideas. I know there was one more comment about purchasing a particular heater to install in the cat house. I'll think about that for later on. For now, I think the heating pad will be fine, but I'm always interested in more heating options for the interior. We're gonna go bring this back out into the backyard. I think I will do a little bit of touch-up caulking just to the more vulnerable parts of the house. And other than that, I think this is going to survive another winter. Thank you all for watching again, and look forward to hearing some of your comments. And please subscribe if you haven't already.